some demonic gorillas. You know, we're rocking the pajamas there. So, I guess they actually just updated the gorillas somehow. I'm not really sure what they did, but I guess it's supposed to be a quality of life update regarding their prayer switching. So we're just gonna go ahead and check that out. But believe it or not, I am not going there for Zenites anymore, as I got all my jewelry done and we have this extra one, but I'm actually trying to get myself a completed heavy ballista. I just need the monkey tail, which is a pretty wild drop. Let's see here if we can find demonic gorillas. And there they are. So we're at 2,570 kills. And we're a little bit over the drop rate, but that's okay, because I've gotten pretty good at killing these things, so it's pretty chill. Well, let's just boost our health there and go check out these updated gorillas. Usually, Iron Men, I don't think really go for the heavy ballista. For it really, I don't believe has any uses. But I love the heavy ballista design and functionality in and of itself, so we're gonna get that on the Iron Man there. I thought maybe there would be some people here, but no. This is actually my last range pot, as it goes on Iron Man accounts, you know. Well, we'll just go ahead and see what these things do here. We know he's gonna switch to mage there, so that's the nice thing about standing back. Either when you're ranging or maging. classic resolution feels a little bit weird. I think because it's harder to see the rocks falling. That's probably the worst drop because we can actually make those really easily. I probably have a ton of those in the bank. But this is just how it goes. I just kind of guess which prayer he's going to. And there I could tell he was switching. He was gonna do melee because he came towards me there, and that's why it's good to stand back like this. Melee. One of my enchanted dragon bolts procced there. That's cool to see. I went ahead and made some for this. You get tons of runite bolts from these guys. So I think I have like 8k runite bolts in the bank. Demonic gorillas really helped me a lot when it comes to these more advanced PvP, well, PVM rather, mechanics with, the prayer switching and weapons switching and things. We almost got hit there, but that's okay. We'll just guess, and we guessed right. And we knew that would be ranged because he didn't advance on us with melee. So it's pretty chill when you just use range and mage on these guys, as you'll be able to tell what they're gonna switch to a lot more frequently, which is good for taking less damage and extending your trips. Diamonds, sweet. always good for crafting XP and making enchanted diamond bolts. Funny thing, I've been grinding these guys a long time now, and much of the time I'm actually listening to the Donkey Kong 2 music playlist. I feel like it works really nice here, and it's nostalgic, to me, that was one of the first games I ever played when I was little. Really noticing any difference from their mechanics from before this update today. I don't really like when they go under that arch, because it's harder to see those rocks falling. We know he's prayer flicking is very nice on an iron to save prayer potions. Sweet. I'm gonna have a lot of these. I can probably sell a bunch to a shop or something, or even transfer it to the main to sell, and that would go towards bonds. Well, let's go ahead and pot up again. So, Dark Demon Bane is an Arceus spell right there, and it's really good for these guys because, as you probably can guess, it's a Demon Bane spell. It's also really cool because it's like a purple lightning bolt. crazy. But even if you're not tick perfect with it, you will still save a lot of prayer potions. You can tell he's gonna send down a rock when he stands up like that and doesn't change his prayer. I usually just leave those alone, but since I have space, I'll take them. You know, I dreaded doing these at the beginning because, you know, the learning curve or whatever, but I'm actually kind of enjoying the grind now that I've figured it out. That was close. Usually I can just see those rocks coming, but at this resolution I need to mainly go by when he stands up. I'll need to go get some more ranged potions as they just add so much more DPS. Funny thing about these falling boulders is that one time I logged in right under someone's falling boulder and it did damage me. So that would kind of suck as a hardcore if you died from someone else's boulder. And I can totally see someone having the ability to grief a hardcore if he's not paying attention. Oops. Probably should pay more attention. Probably should eat. Well, that was an exciting kill, I will have to say. They can be a little sly at times, let me tell you. I have 160 left, which is gonna take a hot minute. things used to be constantly aggroed, so you have really no time to get situated between kills. They just start attacking you immediately. But I guess it could have been worse. Like them not doing it in a chivalrous way, if that's a word. Another funny thing I see here from time to time is those falling rocks there will actually get bugged out and just fly across the room. And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with a RuneLite plugin bug pertaining to probably the increased frame rate or something. There's a funny windmill bug that I seen a while back that made the windmills look really wonky in terms of their animations. It's kinda nice when they just spam the rock fall special attack. Then you don't have to worry about switching prayer for a while, as it consumes a turn for them. This'll help you to learn to stay on top of your prayer so you don't run out. Always gotta remember, keep that in mind. Runite bars, sweet. These things just print money, as you can see. I think this goes by the GE value though. If I was just AFK here as a hardcore, someone could just run up right under me and aggro a gorilla until the rocks fell and killed me. I mean, I'm not gonna try it or anything. Just go ahead and repot, with our last range bot there. proficient on an iron. So I just like to grow grapes and make them by hand. I think there's a common traditional method for Iron Men that involves collecting them in the wilderness. Maybe like telegrabbing them or something. Honestly, this is sort of like a game of rock, paper, scissors. He did back-to-back ranged, so you can't always bank on that he'll, do the prayers in order. For example, you just never know. He could do ranged every other prayer 6 times in a row. You don't know, but you can just only assume he's gonna vary it up, I'll just take the time to eat there. And we always stand back to see what he will go to next, which is ranged. I don't think I'm really ever going to go for a Dragon Warhammer, even though my god, those things look awesome. It's just you have a better option now with the obsidian hammer or whatever it's called. You get it from Tecton, but it is two-handed. Just making our way to that monkey tail. Guess I could be prayer flicking this too, but it's not that much of an impact compared to piety, which consumes a lot of prayer. Yep. I like to always start with the arc use this style is because it clips through the hair, which is kind of annoying to me. See, that setup doesn't for some reason. Alchemist amulet. I believe this acts as I don't remember what it's called. It just helps. That's all I'm gonna say. So I like to just withdraw all these and take that and that way we can just put them in here for easy access, so we don't have to even go to this tab and back and forth. I want to say dwarf weed. We'll give it a shot. Oh. Well, it looks like I haven't done this in a while. This is harder than the demonic gorillas, which is hilarious right now. Okay. Well, we'll just see if that works. but I thought we would sparse up the video a bit and just crank these out in preparation for going back to the rillas. Saved 3 that time, which is huge. I'll have to complete the elf quest line to get into Priff so I can make me some divine potions. Well, there you have it. We made ourselves quite a few doses here. Yeah, we have quite a bit now, so that's cool. We'll be set for a while. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. So I